Hello to you, fellow human. Infinite Spiral here, and we're back again in Kerbal Space Program. So in our previous episode, we managed to establish an orbit successfully, which was fantastic. So now, we're going to take this super iffy contract to rescue Kerman from Kerbin. I think he's in orbit. So that's what's going on with that. It seemed horrible for engineers visiting Zoltanic Electronics, that we were noticing that we couldn't do much else to rescue Kerman after we reached an unlikely conclusion on how some Kerbals seem to enjoy high speeds, while others apparently just don't. We saw then that some Kerbals don't seem as eager to take part in our projects as others do. It can't be denied, however, that the way we would often see an OK new discovery was how we noticed how we were noticing that we couldn't do much else to rescue Kerman, after we raised a strangely interesting question regarding how stupid Kerbals don't mind spinning around as much as others do. We did get some good information on how brave Kerbals regain their nerve faster than not-so-brave ones. As a result of that apparently nice chain of events, we now need your help. Rescue Kerman, who is stuck in low Kerbin orbit. Return him safely to Kerbin. Significant prestige will be earned. That expires very soon, so we'll accept it now. So, we've got that accepted, which is fantastic. I don't believe we'll be doing any of these other things at the same time, because we probably won't be able to. Now, I'm not sure that the Gronkular Mark III will be able to handle this mission. So let's just see what we can unlock here, because we have some research points to spend. We have enough for just one of these, or just this. We could do advanced rocketry, which would give us our Rockomax Mark 55 radial mount liquid engines, which, you know, that's decent. It's not terrible. Not great. I don't really see a whole lot of use for them. We could also get the larger fuel tank, which would save us some parts. In fact, that would be really good, but I'm not entirely certain that it has solid foundings, solid connections at the top. So that would be kind of a gamble to spend that money on that. If we were to go the landing route, we could actually then get landing struts and small gear bays, so we could actually start to build a real space plane. That would be interesting, but we don't have any engines yet that would burn without oxidizer, so it would be kind of a waste, I think. So I am gonna just take a look at all of these real quick and get back to you with my decision. Alright, well, I decided to go the safe route and just unlock advanced rocketry. So that'll only give us 2 new parts to work with, but one of them should drastically reduce the number of parts that we're using in our Gronkulus rocket ship. So, let us go make some adjustments, shall we? Cutting it pretty close with that support, but I think we're safe. There doesn't seem to be any clipping, which is great. Well, I mean, I guess it's kind of clipping that support. Whatever. It's close enough. Calm your tits. I demand it. This is now the Gronkulus Mark IV Rescuer. The reason for that is because we've thrown this automated pilot system, because we're going to be launching without a pilot. Otherwise, we would have nowhere to store the guy that we're rescuing. He needs to climb in. It's important. So, let us go ahead and save that bitch, and make sure that we are uncrewed. Get out of there. We don't need you, Jeb. Alright, launching. Bit of wobble. And we're also testing the stability of these connections with this. It could be that it's massively unstable. Hopefully that's not the case. But we did throw this inline reaction wheel on, so hopefully that will boost this thing's capability to manipulate things. Let's just find out. Oh god. Oh, we can't engage SAS because we have no fucking pilot. Oh god. Okay. Alright. Well, I guess we'll be doing this manually. Oh, we didn't fix the fucking staging. Well, that's a hell of a hold it's got. That's awesome. Let's drown in a cloud of smoke. Choke in a cloud of smoke. A cloud of choking smoke. Anyway. I always forget to fix the staging, it would seem. Alright, that's just great. That's fantastic. Terrible accent, I'm sure. No SAS going manually. Oh god! Seems decently stable, if difficult to really get much. Oh yeah, this thing has... That Stay Putnik has very little control. Doesn't have very much, what you call it? Torque. Doesn't have a lot of torque. But hopefully this doesn't just twist apart. Come on. Okay. Okay. Looking good. Looking decent. Just kill the throttle so we don't blast ourselves apart when we drop the solid boosters. Okay. Good. 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 Come on. Dropping. Excellent. Engaging. Okay, looking decent, and actually we do have a decent amount of control. Yeah, that inline reaction wheel was a great idea. Boy, I wish I had SAS though. This is gonna be sort of unpleasant, and we're still decreasing in velocity. Start that gravity turn now. Oh, I miss my SAS. I miss it a bit. Later on we'll get an actual SAS module, and then we can have that without a pilot, which would be great. And finally increasing the velocity. Great. Excellent. Okay, so looking at that, gonna hit the map screen. Oh, and keep our nav ball up because it's really ugly. Okay, how we do it? Shit, stop it. Stop it. Oh god. Oh my god. That apoapsis is really low, and we are rapidly approaching our decline. Oh no, come on. Come on. Oh, this is hard. This redesign may have not been entirely successful. Jesus, that is fucking hideous. Oh my god. That's really, really bad. We're just barely raising that apoapsis, and our fuel is doing okay. Yes, we switched the thruster, so we had more thrust vectoring, because that was a problem before. But man, this is... Ooh. We might need to go back to the other thruster. Holy shnikes! God, come on. Just inching. This is just not going to work. This absolutely is a failure. I'm going to abort. Let's revert. Revert to assembly. Holy shit. We also did throw in an additional fuel tank, so maybe we'd be better off dropping that as well as reverting to the other thruster. Alright, so that gives us that, and we have one more part to work with. I'm thinking, just for the hell of it... Yeah, let's drop that. We'll keep the inline reaction wheel. Because, you know, extra torque is always nice, but let's throw on another capsule. Give it a ridiculous shape. Okay, well, let's also rotate that. Good. And we have one more part to work with. God, that's silly. That's really, really silly. Let's just try and give it some aerodynamicity. An aerodynamic quality. God, that looks dumb. But I guess there's only one way to find out just how successful it's going to be. Bronculus Mark V Rescuer. Sleeved. And launching with Jeb. And we'll throw him in the... I think that'll be this one? I guess we'll find out. Not that important, so... I might not have fixed the staging! That looks good, that looks good. Okay, cool. Staging didn't need fixing. So, SAS engaged. Yeah, he's in the wrong one. We're pointed straight at the ground. So, okay, let's just fix that real quick. You just get up in that one. Excellent. Saving again. Alright, do your little shake. Hit our SAS. Here we go. Okay. As usual, we have some twist, and it's just really hard to control this thing with these fucking solid thrusters. Solid boosters. They're not thrusters, they're boosters, even though they're applying thrust. Not important. So the connections on these actually seem decent. I mean, it doesn't really seem to be any more wobbly than the other one, than a previous version. We should have already started this gravity turn, but that's okay. Well, we're actually still decreasing, so... Come on. Gain that velocity. There you go. Alright, we're accelerating. I mean, technically, even though our velocity was decreasing, we were still accelerating. But that's just physics shit. You know, you don't need to know that. It's not that important. So, how are we doing here? That's looking a bit better. Far less ridiculous. Far less ridiculous indeed. Fuel also draining considerably faster, which is not so great. So what we want to do is get... Let's see, he is at 92 kilometers, so... Yeah, we're gonna try and establish this orbit. Man, if this thing is even capable of it. I am concerned. But yeah, we're gonna try and establish this orbit to be inside of his. It'll be a lower orbit than his, and then once that's established, that'll give us the ability to catch up to him wherever we end up. And then once we're close-ish to him, we will attempt to make a rendezvous. So, let's just get to establishing this orbit in the first place. Okay, we're stopping our apoapsis at right around 75K, closer to 76, but that's going to decay a little bit as we get up to it. And yeah, we're already roughly in space. Alright, I think we're close enough to our apoapsis to start our prograde burn. Just to circularize the orbit. In fact, we might even have started a little bit late. We'll find out very shortly whether we pass the apoapsis or not. Hopefully we don't. It would seem that we're going to. Yes, we did. Or are about to. Yes. Now we've passed it, but it's... I think it's okay. We're not doing terribly here, and our fuel situation is dire. This is ugly. Should have left that other fuel tank on. Alas. Okay, well... We're well past the apoapsis, but that's because we're circularizing, so... Periapsis at 31. Let's raise that up to above 70. Okay, that's looking good. Alright, so we've actually got a slightly out of phase orbit where we will speed up, we'll catch up to him more on these inner parts of the ring, but then when we get here we'll be traveling roughly the same speed as him. Still slightly faster, because, oh no, 94, okay, yeah, that's pretty damn close. I'm actually kind of pleased with that. That'll work. So now, with that established, we get to time warp for a long time until we are in a rendezvous position. So for anyone that doesn't know, like, the physics behind how this works, this slightly smaller circle, this orbit that I'm on, I'm technically traveling a shorter distance, even though I'm traveling a lower velocity than Kerbin is. It's kind of weird to think about, but I mean, if you imagine a wheel spinning through the center of the planet, you know, the parts, the speed that he's at on the outer rim is higher, but it's also a longer distance. It's a bigger circumference. So, while I am going slightly slower, I'm traveling a considerably less distance in the circumference, so it sort of evens out and allows me to travel faster than him by appearance. And sort of relative velocities, I guess. I don't know. I'm not really a physicist, so my description's probably pretty far off. But that's at least how I understand it. I did take some physics, but not a lot. I didn't get very far with it. I get the basics. I think that's enough. Okay, looks like we're getting close to an approach. Can I set him as my target? No, all I can do is accidentally double-click Kerbin, so never mind. Don't want to focus on Kerbin, I want to focus on the rescuer. Maybe that'll reset. Ooh, Kerbin. Look at you. Going by under me. Beautiful. How's our electricity? Doing just fine. Seems like it was charging for a second, which would have been ridiculous. No, it's the SAS slowly draining the charge, but not enough to really matter. So, back to map screen. And the focus is still Kerbin. Shit! I'm sure there's some way to reset your focus on your ship, but I don't know what it is, so... Oh well. Ooh, getting close. Getting very, very close. Okay. Let's check this out. Where is he? Where are you, Ermin? I need to get to you. You are my target. Okay, well... It would appear that we are still slightly behind him. So I think we're just gonna continue our trajectory as is. Catch up a bit more. And we've passed him. Which, that's actually fine. So once we get back out to this edge... Oh, maybe it wasn't fine. I don't know. We'll find out when we get there. Might have been better off going with the previous attempt, but... Hey, it's my first time. Enough criticism. So, now that that's done, we're going to burn prograde, recircularize, get that going. Okay, and now we're going to be doing the opposite thing, so we'll be outside of him and he'll catch up to us. So let's do that for a little while. Alright. I like the looks of this. He's still pretty distant. Well, 38 kilometers, that's not super distant. So let's go for the retro burn. Good-ish. A little more. Okay. So those are pretty close to the same phase. 94, 451, 93, 331. So I'm still inside of his orbit, which will allow No, I don't need to pass him. That's not great. I don't think we need to worry about that anymore. We need to be focused on actually getting to him. So, let's try and head towards him. This is not going to be pleasant. I'm not really sure which one of these targeting nodes that we need to be aiming at. I'm gonna guess it's this pink one with the dot in the middle of it. I don't know. That seems wrong to me. I think instead we should not worry about that and just go skyward. So let's do that. So we have a 95 meters per second difference from him. God, I don't really know what to do here. I guess we could boost towards him, and yeah, that is definitely changing our relative speeds. But we don't have much fuel to play with. We gotta get this right. Oh well. Well, that's sort of hideous. We have completely deorbited. That is not smooth. Not smooth in the slightest. So he is traveling faster than me. Maybe he'll catch up. I doubt it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's not great. This is ugly. Ugly, ugly, oogly. Let's just burn straight at him. Why the fuck not? He's getting closer and closer. Yeah, we have absolutely failed this attempt. There's not a chance that this could go off successfully. If only there was a rewind button, because there was a situation earlier where we might have been a little closer to being successful. Well, let's just hit our time warp and watch him zooming under us. What? I am confused. Oh, no, that makes sense. So actually, he's gonna pass us. Yeah, we need to be going towards the planet. And get these relative speeds, relative velocities a little closer to each other. But man, we don't have enough rocket fuel for this. Yeah, this is absolutely a failure. But we're building experience. After a few more attempts, maybe we'll get it. Yeah, there he goes. Where did he even go? Ermin? Ermin! Where'd you go? Did he die? No, he's apparently right there. Oh, there he is. Okay. Way up there. Yeah, we're fucked. We're boned.